It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Catch here, left side, Thomas. I think defensively you're okay with that. In the first quarter, he's going to get some catches when they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. That's what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Do it again, defense. Show what you got. Come on. Show them what you got. Take it to them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there. And
if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. On third down, here's Kamara. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play. What a way to get their first points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Winston. throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Amari Boyle in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Winston. Dancing to his under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns flying it in, dropping it for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
To return is Roberts. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Panthers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 27, Mayfield. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wait.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred it.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's going to look deep for more. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Remain on 2nd down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And again, it's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Panthersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Kamara up the middle. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Following the interception, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Ready.
Winston now from the 50. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
All-pro receiver Michael Thomas missed all of 2021 while recovering from an ankle injury. But we'll never forget that he set an NFL record in 2019 with 145 catches. When healthy, borderline unguardable, just like he was on that play.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick throw to Olave. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really on to something there in this passing game. They just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 34 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Winston to throw for it. And he's got it. So they're trying for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. First down. Here's Corral with it. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll accept that penalty. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Amari Barno able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD has also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
It reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Third and long for Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here now, Roberts. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Hey, alert 33.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. And Mayfield again with the interception. His third. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they have to let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite of a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Winston. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Jameis again. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Jameis now on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well. And this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Third and long, Corral. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. first down. Winston. Olave holds it in. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. It's complete. Kamara. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Winston to throw. Well, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up the 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Winston. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Winston. Rolling to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but the first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.